Activision devs do not play their own game. It's not your dad doesn't support you.
You should know, you worked at a coffee shop, you stupid bitch.
My name is Casey, and absolutely not fucking Tanner, because my parents don't hate me that much.
Hey, did they have just 8 patches lined up, but they just didn't release them because they were on break? No, you moron kids.
Then we'll, of course, get into it. Change your fucking name and get scammed. He's feeling under the weather.
I probably won't say another word until Stay Humble, so have a good pod, Raz. I'll be here listening.
Got it. We are live. Tanner, I'm surprised you're that flexible. I'm going to be honest. Were your hammies feeling a little strained?
No.
What? Okay.
No.
I don't know if I believe you.
You can't put your legs straight, or what? Are your legs just permanently bent?
I'm far more flexible than you.
Are you serious? You're not.
Yeah,
you're not at all.
I absolutely am.
Okay.
I absolutely am.
Got it.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Dropshot Call of Duty podcast, episode number 245. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. I am joined by some guy who's not as flexible as I am, Tanner.
Got it.
Wearing the same hat as always, by the way. What's up, Tanner? How's that hat doing? You should feed your cats out of it. Maybe it would smell better. What are your thoughts on that? Little cat bowl.
I could. Should I try? Should I feed Teddy out of it? Let's throw some wet food straight in that.
Whatever. Welcome to the show. Today we have an episode. Couple leaks to talk about. Not as much as I hoped for, to be honest with you. But still.
It's mostly Activision drama today. Yeah, that's pretty much all we got.
And of course, our time-honored, never ever going anywhere ever segment of the program, The Trouble at Activision. That's going to be a segment today.
You're lagging a bit. Are you guys hearing that, or is it fine on your end?
Am I lagging?
Your voice is lagging for me.
Do I be lagging?
Yeah. You're good now. You're good.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Maybe it was me then.
So yeah, we're gonna go through that. We have some leaks and a very small patch to talk about as well today. But before we get into that, we have a few announcements. And before that, a few new patrons. So we have a very popular tier this week, the Platinum tier. A Platinum patron. What is that? It's someone who's a Chad and who wants to listen to 6 bonus eps a month. And we got some new ones today. First of all, Kevin D. Kevin Durant, friend of the pod. It's possible. Our new Platinum patron. Welcome, Kev.
Dude, it could be.
It's possible. I appreciate it, buddy. Honored, humbled, and privileged. Kev, thanks, dude. Very kind of you. We had some upgraders as well, getting into the Platinum action. Garrett W. is almost a fake name. Has upgraded from gold to platinum, getting those extra eps in. And Ethan. Just Ethan. Upgrading as well.
A lot of white names today.
A lot of
Kevin,
white pieces of shit.
Garrett, Ethan. Does it get more white than that?
Much whiter, yeah. It is
maybe
not
like
possible
Chet or something.
These people are anything other than white males. Yeah, that is true.
White males in their 20s, all of them.
There is no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Like the name Joseph could be Hispanic, could be white. Probably it. But Garrett, that's a white person. 1,000% of
that last name too. He's a white man for sure.
Oh yeah. If it's real, it's a white last name for sure. Garrett W.
I kind of want to trash can him just hearing that name. I kind of want to throw him headfirst into a trash can.
Is that a thing? Is that a phrase? Trash can someone?
Yeah.
Never heard
that.
No.
Oh, you're a sheltered little boy. Never got trash canned at school?
I certainly didn't.
Just kidding. I didn't get I actually never saw anyone get trash canned. It was just a term people use.
Yeah. Yeah, you know those like high school shows that are on, like the dumb soap operas
that are on television,
that are on television about high school? They are always so out of pocket, as the kids say. Like, no high school is like this. There's no fucking chance. The evil,
what is the most recent one?
shit they do in those shows. I went to high school. Nothing even close to that level of like actual evil, like psychopathy has ever happened. And then in those shows, every single episode, like, oh, some girl went to a party and she got gang raped by the whole fucking basketball team. Like, these things don't happen.
And then they try to kill her when she comes out.
And then they try to kill her. Yeah. They they sell her social security number on 4chan. None of this shit happens in high school. People can be like mean and there's like some bullying and fights maybe, but like this shit on TV is so crazy. I don't know.
What is the recent one? I can't think of the name. That Zendaya?
Yeah, what is that called?
Euphoria. That's exactly
Euphoria.
that.
I've never seen it.
Like the dads are fucking the children. They're
like this
there's
shit
an
is
8-year-old
so
dealing drug and getting in a shootout with a cop. It's just so dumb.
Yeah, insane.
Ridiculous.
So anyway, Ethan, thanks for upgrading. Also, last but not least, we got another platinum patron, but this one is fiscally responsible, saving an amount on his annual Patreon membership. Joe C. Signing up, annual platinum patron, locking that shit in for an absolute year. Joe, thank you very much, dude, and welcome aboard, and glad to have you strapped the fuck in for 12 months. We appreciate that. And by the way, we got a tux. We got a tux in the picture, which is interesting. We got a tux. Looks like he's playing a harmonica, honestly, based on this picture. I don't have many pixels, but it looks like he's playing a harmonica. Is that what it looks like to you, Tanner?
I don't know, man. No, he's holding a drink up. I think he's holding a drink. I think he's doing that Leo pose where he holds the drink up and his face is behind it.
Got it. He's got a full head of hair. That's good for him.
Fuck, he looks like a great looking guy, I think.
It's possible. My God. Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Joe, post a selfie in Discord, man.
Let us
you
see
look
your
like
cock,
a great looking guy.
Post a picture of your cock.
Raz's internet is lagging. His stream's fine, but you sound like dog shit on Discord, and my webcam is showing up super laggy.
Yeah,
so I think it's on your end.
A little shitty, yeah, but I think we're back for now. So we'll figure it out. The recording will sound fine. So.
Okay, as long as the recording is good.
Yeah, exactly. So Joe, thank you. Kevin, Garrett, Ethan, thank you, boys, as well. Patreon.com/thedropshot. We do 7 bonus eps per month. We do a monthly hangout and more. See the website for all the absolute details. It is the best way to support the program. Patreon.com/thedropshot. Speaking of Patreon, by the way, this morning, the time of recording this morning, a Patreon episode went out for all of our patrons, and it was sort of a new style, a little bit new. We did a brainstorm on Warzone and Fortune's Keep combined, and I quite enjoyed that format. One consequence of that format is that the episode was longer than a normal Patreon episode, which I'm totally fine with. And we talked about a lot.
Well, that was the homework. That's what put us over. We relied heavy on the homework that you guys had asked us to hit on again.
Yes, exactly. So as someone had recommended in Discord, they said, I liked the homework assignments. You guys should bring that back. So we made damn sure this time to review the homework we had given ourselves last brainstorm, both of the last brainstorms, in fact. And went through those in great detail and then got to some new things. And I really enjoyed this episode. I think it was a lot of fun. And I think once again that it was productive. There are ideas I got there that I had not thought of prior to doing the brainstorm. And I'm excited to try them. One of which is like stunning on Fortune's Keep. You know, something you're not going to like think to try doing again unless you do a podcast about this game or listen to it. But I really enjoyed that ep. What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I want to become a stun main, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, what else did we talk about on that one? We covered a lot. I'm trying to think here.
There were a lot of absolute items on that sucker.
Yeah, we tried more about like running if it's worth running restock or not, which I think we both kind of came to the conclusion that, man, maybe we shouldn't be running restock on Caldera anymore.
Yeah.
With stims and throwing knives, are we kind of wasting our second loading? Should we be running tempered or high alert maybe? So that's things we need to experiment more with.
Right.
And of course, Tracker's the best perk in the game. I'm running that on Caldera now. Just kidding. Don't do that. Oh, and then my favorite part was telling all of you about the meta M13 setup, which is to not use the M13, and that's
to delete the blueprint.
That's the meta AR setup. There's
Correct.
your tip.
Yeah.
There's your
tip.
There's your Patreon leak for those who aren't patrons. Don't use the M13.
Yeah.
That was the tip of the day.
So if you
You're a
need
fucking
more
idiot
hot
if you do.
tips that not many people know about, such as don't use the M13, patreon.com/Dropshot. But seriously, it was a good episode. We talked about a lot. And that's available to all of our patrons. So for those of you who are patrons, it's live. And if you're not, sign up. Patreon.com/Dropshot. Best way to support the program. By the way, yes, the word I was looking for was retrospective. And guess what? As soon as the episode was done, I thought of it. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. So, cool.
Revosective.
Sick. Brains are very
Revosective
cool.
gaming.
Shut up, bitch. Now, next, we have a segment that we haven't done in a while called Dumbest TikTok Comment of the Day. And it's because we've been getting positive feedback on our cringe TikToks lately. Is that correct?
It's super annoying. Yeah, it's very annoying. Yeah.
What's the most positive TikTok comment of the day? Let's go with that. Any positive TikTok comments?
Oh, boy.
Anyone say,
none
damn,
are
you
that
guys are
positive,
smart
no.
and handsome, and I can't wait to listen to your next episode. Did anyone say that?
This is actually a smart comment. This is the smartest comment of the day. Someone says, love the show, guys, but the more you anticipate the game being bad... Oh, wait. The game being bad, the worse it'll seem. Yeah, there's an argument for that. If you go into it saying this game's going to be dog shit. Yeah, that is true. That's a solid comment. That's good feedback I like to hear. Other than that, no. There's... It's all just like mid comments, just kind of like statements.
Yeah.
So the one about not landing smugglers, that one had a lot of comments that are like, smuggler actually has good loot. No one was like, you guys are fucking idiots. But they were like, they're like, no, like smugglers actually has really good loot. Like, I land there all the time. I get out of it fine. I get a lot of money there. I get a lot of guns there. It's actually a good spot to land. I'm like, okay.
Good for them.
Someone said controller has no aim assist, and that was it.
Just that's for no the dumbest reason. TikTok comment of the day, then, obviously.
I guess it is, because it's factually incorrect.
I mean, it's literally just not true. Yeah.
It's literally, yeah.
It's demonstrably and very obviously not true. Just use one. And, I mean, have someone walk across your screen. I don't know. Anyway, so that's definitely the dumbest TikTok comment of the day. I guess I have to take over that segment. Because Tanner couldn't realize that was a dumb comment. Got it. Yeah, the TikToks are still chugging along. And we are enjoying those. I am surprised people liked landing smugglers. That's insane.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's fine. I don't know. Anyway, there's something else I was going to say. I forget.
Don't care.
Either way, we'll do more. And then one more announcement we have is just kind of something we're thinking about. We might do at some point, and I want to wait for Tanner's input on this because it was kind of his idea. We've been getting a lot of like little mini leaks about MW 2, Warzone 2, DMZ, and they're pretty small and not verified. And so I think we don't want to talk about them at least yet or on a public ep. We have some leaks we're going to talk about today, but these are more grounded and we'll get into why. But there are others as well that we might want to talk about on a Patreon episode or maybe on a Saturday episode coming up. What was your thought process there, Tanner?
Well, I was thinking towards the end of the month, doing a more leak-focused episode about everything. Because from what I've heard, we're going to get a lot more in these last couple weeks of July regarding leaks. So maybe even some people have been talking about like another reveal or something. I don't know if that's true. Like Charlie Intel hasn't talked about any of that, so that probably won't be true. But yeah, maybe towards the end of July, kind of covering everything in like one bigger Patreon episode. Because a lot of leaks now are like, they're small. It's more like kind of images of perks that have came up, images of game modes, things like that have kind of like confirmed it. But we can kind of just put that all into one episode at like towards the end of the month, talk about everything and what all the leaks were and kind of how MW2 is looking so far.
Yeah.
Kind of like it's like first look at game modes, because we already got the map leaks we talked about. We can throw that in there real quick too to talk about what maps we've gotten and kind of just like a whole how MW2 is shaping up so far, something like that.
I like that idea. I think we probably will end up doing that because we're covering leaks as they come out each week, but it would be a different thing to compile all of the leaks we've gotten so far, whether they're new for that week or not, look at it in their totality, and then see, okay, what does this big picture look like? Because if we talk about one leak each week, for example, it's like we're looking at a puzzle piece, talking about the puzzle piece, and we kind of try to talk about the broader picture when those come up, but putting them all together at the same time for an ep, and then saying, okay, with all these leaks we have so far, what are we looking at here? I think that's a really good idea for an episode, and we probably will end up doing that, and that'll probably be on a public Saturday ep. So we'll let you guys know when we're doing that.
You know what I just realized,
I would say
though?
Pretty soon, probably.
The account that had posted all of them reality just got his account banned, actually.
Did he?
I think.
It's on the internet. Someone's got it.
He has no images up. Yeah, he got everything was wiped.
Shit on, huh?
He got his account back, but all his old tweets are wiped. Yeah, that's what it was. And he's the one that had posted he posted like 100 images of things.
Really? Yeah. Huh.
So, well, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out for sure. I do want to do that. And I think hopefully, I don't think we have quite enough yet to do that episode, but hopefully we do in a couple of weeks. So I would like to do that toward the end of the month. So there you go. Other than that, any other announcements, Tanner?
No.
All right. If you're listening for the jingle, here it is.
What did he say?
That was the wrong button.
That actually was that's kind of fitting. You should do that every time.
I forgot.
What did he say?
I forgot I had it.
Forgot you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Welcome to the program. Today we have an episode, and we're doing it right now, starting with playlist updates. But okay, and by the way, let me add this. I want everyone's feedback on this in Discord, please, in the feedback channel. Does anyone get any benefit out of us covering playlist updates every week? Does anyone care?
Probably not.
Because when you load into the game, you see the playlists, right?
Yeah.
I think it's about time we start retiring this.
It kind of originally started to kind of talk about the different game modes, but now it's just nothing matters because nothing ever new is in it. And we did it back when like MW was out, right? And it was like multiplayer game modes. Right. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. Unless one of you is like, I like when you guys cover playlist updates for this reason that I can't think of, then we're going to not do this segment anymore. Because I don't see why we do it, honestly.
Battle Royale game modes are in this week.
You see the playlists, and if you're not, you don't care what the updates are anyway. It's possible that like you don't play Warzone, and then they add in buybacks, and then you're like, oh, okay, let me update. Maybe. But if that's not, let us know if that's happening to any of you. I don't know. And I feel like if there were buybacks, we would talk about it anyway without the segment itself, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm going to actually fucking write this down in our document, our super document. Let's see. Why
don't you just delete it? Takes more time writing it down than just deleting it.
Because we could be missing something. We could be missing something. Anyway, so this might be the last playlist update we ever do, but it's live for this week. All versions of regular BR, Caldera Clash 50v50, Fortune's Keep Resurgence, all party sizes as well, and then Rebirth Resurgence quads only. That's a lot of playlists. I feel like that's more than usual. Am I bugging? Is that cap?
All BR, Caldera
That's
Clash,
10 modes,
Fortune's
man.
Keep. Nope,
That more than
sounds
usual?
pretty normal. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds kind of normal.
They're going for
That's what I said.
MW 2019's 42 game modes.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That are changed every hour.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for playlist updates. Now on to patch notes. Changes already in effect. Not much going on here. Starting with Vanguard multiplayer. That game. And other things, maybe. Let's get into it. Sledgehammer Games. Season 4 patch notes. Today.
You excited for these, man?
Okay, there's a new melee
There's
weapon,
literally
which
one
I refuse
thing
to talk about.
It's literally one thing.
Yeah. Throwing knives can now be thrown at the start of search rounds. Okay.
There were about 4 people since Vanguard released that I saw on Twitter complaining about this. Actually, no, there was one. MW2 Ghost, who's one of the more well-known leakers that's not a complete moron. Since before Vanguard came out, he was tweeting at them, please have no delay on the throwing knife so you can spam them off rip and get like the cross map throwing knives. He's like, this is so much fun, blah, blah. He kept tweeting at them. And they did it, and then they literally like quote tweeted him, and he was like, here you go.
Oh my god.
I'm like, hey, what about the thousands of people, not thousands, because thousands of people don't play Vanguard. What about the tens of people, the 11 people that play Vanguard and their frames drop by 180 when Flame is on their screen? Yeah. I want that fixed. Can you fix that? You want me to tweet that at you? Maybe you can quote tweet that, you fucking cocksuckers.
Yeah.
So cool, man.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I want to talk about that was because literally one guy asked, and so they changed it.
Yeah, well, now you can play search 1,000 times and throw a throwing knife off spawn every single time, and then maybe get a kill once. That you can upload to your TikTok that no one's going to watch because no one cares anymore about multiplayer. So cool. That's great. Very happy to see that. Blueprint gun game is in that game now, and then that's it. That's it. Vanguard. The absolute state of Vanguard.
What do you think they're actually doing on a daily basis, though, for real? I wonder if they've, like, laid off a bunch of people. No, we would have heard about that. It's weird.
Hopefully they're being whipped.
Because they're not working on Vanguard, which is perfectly fine. We said 5 months ago, stop working on it. Don't waste your time anymore. So I wonder if if a lot of their dev team is focused on their next game, if they ever get one. I hope they don't.
Well, with
maybe they're designing the next Gulag in Warzone.
Something like that, dude. They're probably working on some small aspect of Warzone 2, MW2, or DMZ.
I hope so, yeah. That would be
every fucking studio is working on those games. So they probably
we don't need them doing a goddamn thing to Vanguard anymore. Please just start working on something else.
Yeah. It's too far gone. I agree. So anyway, there you go. You can throw a knife now. Cool. Warzone.
Yes, man.
This is a good change. Yesterday, Raven tweeted, we recently pushed a small update to reduce the radius of radar jammers by 20% on Fortune's Keep and Rebirth Island. With that change, we're continuing to monitor engagement and feedback. Good start. Good change. This is exactly what Tanner and I recommended once we saw a radar jammer for the first time on Rebirth Island. We said, we need to I recommended they lower the radius. Tanner said just take them out of the game on those maps. I would be fine with both, honestly. I think radar jammers with any significant radius is pretty fucking toxic on Rebirth especially. So I don't know, but reducing it by 20%, 1/5, that's a lot less area, but still might be too much. I don't know.
It's not a whole lot. Yeah. I don't know. I do feel like they've also nerfed the spawn rate of them quite a bit. Last few times I played Fortune's Keep, I honestly don't remember even seeing one.
I think
so. Maybe they're also
like
a lot harder to get now as well, which would be fine. If they're a lot harder to get and they're 20% less, that would be enough. If they spawn as often as they used to, where you'd see 4 or 5 up at a time, 20% is not nearly enough. No,
True.
That would need to be like 50%.
True. Absolutely agree. Yeah. But yeah, on Fortune's Keep, I did not have a problem with radar jammers last time I played, which was recently, like 2 days ago. So, so that's a good start. Maybe it's not enough, but it's a start. And then there were a couple bug fixes. Again, fixed more and this, by the way, this is exactly what I told you guys was going to happen. That they were going to make a patch and say, fix collision issues on Fortune's Keep, allowing players to shoot through buildings they shouldn't be able to enter. And I also said, then what they're going to do is another patch, and they're going to say the exact same thing. Today, that's exactly what happened. Quote, fixed more collision issues with various elements across Fortune's Keep, allowing players to exploit peek and shoot through them. Got it. Called it.
Nice, man.
Called it. I
wonder if they're actually all fixed now.
And it's unsurprising, and I wonder if it's fixed now. Who knows? Yeah, great question. Probably not, but it's probably like playable now. There's maybe like 1 or 2 more spots. That would be my guess. But yeah,
I didn't kill by any last time on Fortune's Keep.
No, I didn't see it at all. Yeah,
I mean, you would see about 5 people in their game if you were in town beforehand. So they've fixed a lot of it. So that's good. Yeah. There will be somewhere you can still get in for sure, but
yeah,
whatever.
But that's a good spot. Or a good change, rather. Fixed an issue where an empty loadout drop would spawn when digging for buried treasure. An empty loadout drop.
So, like, would a loadout drop out of the sky and be empty, or would it be like a loadout drop marker that wouldn't do anything, I wonder?
I think it might be like a box that just no one can interact with. Like, you know how when you find someone else's loadie, you just can't do anything to it? Maybe that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Huh. It's weird, but whatever. Fixed an issue where AI enemies would target a trophy when it was placed near them. Okay.
Yeah, that would have been a good strat. They would have been shooting at the trophy while you kill the strike team.
I mean, these are the bugs they're fixing. So, cool. To be fair, Fortune's Keep is not that buggy anymore if they fix the wall shit. So, whatever.
Yeah, all true. Right.
That's that. And that's it. Not many patches, not many changes. Not any hidden changes I could find either. I checked with JGod, I checked with Exclusive Ace. No hidden patch notes to talk about, which is not surprising because usually hidden patch notes are nested in bigger changes, not little tiny shit patches like this. So,
and we should have mid-season patch in 27th, maybe. I don't think it's next week. I think in 2 weeks we get mid-season update, probably.
Yeah,
I think there's 40 days left in the season.
Something
maybe it
like
will
that.
Be next week. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows, man. We'll figure it out for sure. So, boys, girls, this podcast is now sponsored by Kolosseum. What is that, you might ask? You ever played fantasy football? It's that, but for Warzone. Every single week, there is a Friday freebie on Kolosseum. As the name implies, it's free, first of all. So you go to Kolosseum, you sign up, make an account, use code Dropshot when you're making an account. Then, every single week, you enter a contest where you pick 6 of your favorite streamers while remaining under a salary cap. We've got Iron, we've got Breadman, we've got OP Marked, we've got Huskers. All the big names are on there. But the guys like Breadman, 9K salary cap out of, I think, 26K right now. It's a lot. So you got to be smart about it. And you're competing with everyone else who enters on the website. How much does it cost to enter? Not a goddamn thing. You play, you enter for free, and if you do well, you get cash. We can finally settle the debate. Is the OP Marked Iron team gonna get more points than the Breadman Huskers team? Who knows? But we can find out. Your team will earn you fantasy points based on all of their kills and victories for the weekend. The top 5 dream squads with the most fantasy points win a percentage of the pot. New signups increase the free $75 prize pool by $5 per sign up to $150 every week. Guys, it's free to sign up and you can win money if your team does well. When you're building your squad, you can look at the people whom you can select. You can see their stats right there and how much they cost. Make sure you stay under that salary cap. Once again, make an account at kolosseum.co, kolosseum.co. Make an account, use code Dropshot. The code doesn't do anything for you, but it helps us because, again, it's free to sign up. You don't need a promo code to save money. You're not spending any. kolosseum.co. Every single week, enter, win some cash, spend nothing. It's time to get more from Warzone streaming. Enter Kolosseum's free fantasy Warzone contest every single week and win when your favorite streamers win. Build your dream squad now at kolosseum.co. Now, on to news and also upcoming changes. Tanner, what do we got?
First off, here is an article from Charlie Intel.
Charles
MW2 set, Charles Intelligence. Oh, it's our boy Liam. Let's go.
It's
MW2 set to bring back fan favorite party game. Blah blah.
Which is so this was the worst title again, for this article, by the way. There's so much more interesting shit in here than fan favorite.
No, that's all they
game.
talked about on this one.
Oh, really? There was definitely more. Huh.
There was more in their tweet, but they didn't. That was all the leaks I've been talking about, but they didn't post that here.
Got it.
I don't think they posted an article on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering why you put this in here, honestly. But anyways, this is a fun game mode, so we'll talk about it. Again, everything was leaked in the mobile files from Reality UK. One of them leaked is Infected. And here's what they say. Infected is a party game where players need to survive for as long as possible. One player will become infected at the start and must infect all survivors by meleeing them. Every survivor killed by an infected will also become infected and then must try to eliminate the survivors. The game will end when either the timer runs out or every survivor is killed. We played this in MDO 2019. That's the last time we had it in a COD. It was actually seriously a really fun game mode. Remember early on in MDO 2019, you can get a nuke. There was a bugged nuke you could get from playing Infected. Yep. That's the first thing I remember about Infected.
And it got patched like the day after I found out.
But this game mode was fun because I think that they took place on night maps. I remember playing Azir Cave.
Not
I remember
always,
playing
but maybe
Anaya Palace.
I remember playing a ground war map, Anaya. Yeah, Anaya.
Anaya, I think, was day, and then Azir, I think it was at night. But anyways, it's kind of fun. You can put down like deployable covers, get on roofs. You have your little squad up there trying to fight off all the zombies, which are players meleeing you that are infected. It is a very fun party game. That's a party game I actually like, unlike Prop Hunt, which some people love for some reason. I think it's the most boring dogshit party game mode. Infected is actually a really fun party mode, so it's cool to see this coming back, but I think they say this in the article too. The game mode has a 2-year life cycle. We probably won't see this till like the end of next year. It's probably just something in the files that won't be there on launch. But Infected is a fun mode, and I actually am very excited for this to come back.
Yeah.
Especially seeing like what the player count would be. That could be something we can do for like Hangouts and whatnot as well.
Yeah, for Hangouts it could be fun. I think Prop Hunt for Hangouts would be really fun too.
I think we tried it once. We tried it at some point.
No, we didn't because no one had Cold War installed.
Is that what it was? Yeah. Okay. Because I remember like J-Web and Face and them, they used to have like a Prop Hunt squad they would play with.
Yeah.
And so maybe it was that they wanted to do it, but we couldn't.
It's like, it would be like fun to like drink and be in Discord. But like, yeah, pubbing fucking Prop Hunt sounds insane.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing? Go play fucking Skyrim. Holy shit, man. So anyways, Charlie Intel also tweeted this. These are the little shit leaks we were talking about in the announcements. And this is a list of multiplayer modes found in the Warzone mobile files. Now, I want to go through these and talk about them a little bit. And we just have the names. So, first one is Knockout. And I don't know what that is. I don't think there has ever been a Call of Duty mode called Knockout. Not to my knowledge. Do you ever remember hearing about a mode called Knockout?
I don't.
Sounds like a mode that used to be in a COD game, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a mode they brought back from some game. I just don't know what it is. So either I've never heard of it, and therefore it wasn't fun at all, or it's new, and then maybe it's going to be interesting. I think those are the options. You getting anything Is your
Nope.
research telling you anything? Yeah, okay.
Mm-mm.
What do you think knockout could be? It sounds to me like some kind of 1v1 mode, right?
Oh. I don't know where this info is coming from. I just found some random website, doubletap.com. What is knockout mode in MW2? Knockout is a 6v6 round-based mode that essentially blends together gunfight from MW 2019 with core multiplayer. Players on each side will have 1 life per round and can be downed and revived like in Warzone. The objective is to either wipe the enemy team or control a location where a bag will drop until a timer runs out.
That sounds fucking fun. Gunfight is really, really, really fun. Especially 2v2 gunfight. Really insanely fun. And everyone has to use the same shit every round. Really cool. Not sure about the rezzing shit, to be honest.
Yeah, that's kind of what gets me.
That makes it sound a lot less fun and more campy. However, I think this could be a lot of fun. It's similar to like a cyber attack. Cyber attack, which is basically search and destroy, except you can res people. Knockout sounds similar to that, except there's no bomb, and everyone's forced to use the same shit.
If it's gunfight, then that's the biggest difference. They'll be forced to use
exactly
whatever guns.
And that's a lot of fun because there's always something broken and dog shit in multiplayer. And if everyone's forced to use the same thing, then you won't have to deal with that.
Yeah, I miss gunfight. Gunfight
Wasn't
was
that
fun.
So fun, dude?
Like, yeah, because it totally, like, each round depends entirely on what guns you're good with and what you get. Like, when we would play 2v2 gunfight and we'd be like down, what did it go to? It was a first to 5 maybe?
6.
So we'd be like down, okay. So we'd be down like 5-4 or something like that. Then the last 2 rounds we'd get like car 98 and I'd be like, this is my round. I'd spawn in, jump around the corner, get one down real quick, and then we'd 2v1 the last guy. Yep. And like you could like come back that way if you're like stronger with certain guns than others. So that was like part of the fun in it, I think. So yeah, this could be a fun game mode if this is true. I have no idea where they got this info from. But yeah. There's another article they posted. Charlie Intel posted an article over a month ago that talks about Knockout. That's where that article came from.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So, well, in that case, I probably believe that that rule set is correct for the mode called Knockout. The name Knockout being in the Warzone mobile files, pretty sure this was leaked more recently, which is why they've been tweeting about it. So next one on this list here, Ground War Bomb. That sounds very interesting. Sounds like Ground War Search and Destroy, which sounds kind of Battlefield-y, which sounds fun. Not Search and Destroy, actually. Never mind. It's definitely going to be Respawn. But like, there's a bomb and there's sides. It's like attacking, defending. That's one big thing that Ground War has never had, is asymmetrical game modes. And I think those are really, really, really fun. Meaning, round 1, there's attackers and defenders, and then round 2, you swap.
Yeah,
those are really, really fun game modes.
Almost like Rush. Maybe it's like Rush from Battlefield.
Yeah, it's like Battlefield-y. That could be a really, really fun game mode. Because I think even in Battlefield, that's way better than just Conquest, in my opinion.
Agreed.
The ones where everyone is going to the same objective, it's better in my view. It's a lot more fun to play. So Ground War Bomb, if it's that kind of thing, which it sounds like, I don't know what else it could be, sounds like a really good take on Ground War that I'm very excited for. What do you think?
Same.
Do you think I'm right about that?
Sounds like it could be, yeah. I'm thinking Battlefield Rush, yeah, because those are like the attackers try to essentially like arm the bomb, and then I think you can disarm it, but it's like at that point, if they get there to arm it, if it's like 16 versus 16, the whole team's going to be on it, and then you're already going to be falling back, spawning back far, so like you probably won't be able to disarm that, but it was possible. So maybe that'll be something like that. Yeah, you have to push, cap an objective, maybe even push further, like in Rush as well, where you keep doing them over and over again. Or maybe it's just one objective and then you switch attacking and defending or something. Regardless, that would be a fun game mode, because I'm with you. I prefer Rush and Battlefield usually over Conquest. It depends on the map. If it's a map that has 12 tanks on it, I would much rather play an infantry or low vehicle spawn rate Rush, which, yeah, that sounds like this.
Yeah.
So I like that idea a lot. That sounds fun.
Yeah, for sure. Infected, talked about. Demolition. I don't remember what Demolition is, but I remember it's been in very recent games, and I don't remember what it is because it's dog shit.
It
So
was the one, isn't it like more than one
care.
bomb you can arm or something?
I have no idea, but I'll never play it. And it's not fun. And it doesn't matter.
One team of attackers attempts to destroy a pair of bomb sites while defenders must prevent it. I think it's essentially search with 2 bomb sites.
Is there respawn?
I don't think so.
Interesting. Okay. Well, whatever. That's coming. Capture the flag. Pretty standard.
I don't know.
Cyber attack.
Oh, it is respawn.
Yeah, okay. Cyber attack, which is again search and destroy, except you can res your teammates. So you like get downed and then fold. So yeah, that's cyber attack, which some people like, but I feel like it's too similar to search and destroy to have any players, because if you wanted to play cyber attack because it's like search and destroy, you just play search and destroy. It's like not different enough.
Agreed.
I don't know.
I don't think it was super popular in end of 2019.
Yeah.
Whereas
Because it's
search
like
still
either
is.
I don't like search, meaning I'm also not playing cyber attack, or I like search, meaning I'm playing fucking search. Cyber attack it's not different enough or interesting enough in my opinion. But anyway, there's that. Headquarters is coming back. What are your thoughts on the game mode Headquarters? This is from MW 2019.
I thought it was actually pretty fun in MW 2019, yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
It's a pretty good game mode. I would put it probably after like Dom, Hardpoint, Cranked, Ground War. It'd probably go in like that category. I would much rather play Headquarters than TDM. I personally would much rather play Headquarters than Search. Unless you're playing Search with like a squad, like having fun, then it's a terrible pub game. Capture the Flag is also pretty fun as well. But Headquarters is somewhere like in that like middle range for me. It's fun.
Yeah.
Not as dog shit as TDM.
It's fun. I'm with you. Cranked, which is huge. That'll be really good.
Fucking love Cranked.
And then all the standard shit, obviously. TDM, Dom, Search, Free for All, Hardpoint. We could talk more about those at a later date. Kind of combine them with every other leak we've gotten. But Knockout sounds super interesting if that rule set is correct. And Ground War Bomb, I am really interested in more details on that. Because Ground War or Ground War Bomb is going to be my favorite multiplayer mode.
Yeah.
So this is going to be really important to me, and I think a lot of people too. A lot of people who play multiplayer really like Ground War. So Ground War Bomb is what I'm looking forward to most, because it might be my favorite mode for multiplayer once MW 22 comes out. So I'm very much looking forward to details on that.
Agreed. I just hope they're not trying to do something different with Ground War. I hope we get classic Ground War like MW 2019 had back in the game, and it's not just like the bomb version or whatever that we're hearing here.
Want both.
That would be a little cringe, even though I'm sure any type of Ground War mode I'm gonna like more than TDM, Dom, usually. Depends on how good the Ground War maps are, though. Because like Tarkov District, or not fucking Tarkov District, holy shit, what was it called? Tavorsk District. Was a terrible Ground War map that I backed out of every single time I got it. And I would continue to requeue until I got another map. So Ground War is entirely dependent on that. Whereas like on Dom, I feel like if a map sucks, it's like whatever, the game will be over in 10 minutes. Ground War, the maps are longer. I'm not playing dog shit maps for that long. I do hope we also get classic.
Yeah, I agree. I think the player base is going to be really big. I think there's going to be space for both of them, at least for the first 2 seasons. Put it that way.
Yeah. True.
I'll also add, though, just kind of on a random, somewhat unrelated note, There really was only one unplayable ground war map on MW, and it was Tovorsk District. There was also Port, which was a bad ground war map, but it wasn't unplayable. I would play it. I just didn't like it. I think it was called Port, right?
I believe it was Port, yeah.
It was pretty shit, but it was playable. I would not leave the game if it was that map. Farmland was really, really fun. I loved Farmland. What other ground war maps were there? Quarry was good.
I'm pulling them up, yeah.
Quarry was good. The Boneyard map. What was that called?
Boneyard. Zokov Boneyard.
Zokov Boneyard. That was a really good map. I really liked that.
Yeah, you're right.
one.
There was actually only one shitty ground war map. It was just Tovorsk District.
What maps am I missing?
So Anaya Palace,
which was the best ground war map, absolutely.
Promenade, which was great if you're farming.
Promenade was fucking terrible too, yeah.
But you could farm. If you get White Foss before you White Foss them, the game's over. You back out.
It literally is dependent on the spawn. If you spawn in the IHOP, your team. If you spawn in the IHOP, your team lost. That's it. And if you spawn at the gas station, your team won.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that map's really fun if you spawn at the gas station. It's actually that simple. That map is so bad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then Quarry, fun. Farmland, really fun. Probably my second favorite. Port of Verdansk, fine. Verdansk International Airport, which they had as really late in Season 5.
Yeah.
That was okay. It wasn't great. That was probably one of the bottom three for me.
One of the bottom three. Yeah.
Boneyard, good. And then Verdansk Riverside, last ground war map added in Season 6 of MW 2019. Okay, full of people just sitting in the back sniping, a little boring, long sight lines, so you can kind of camp it. Hard to push up on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Playable.
It's better than Tovorsk District, absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's the reason I kind of wanted to point that out is that if you guys are like us and Ground War is your favorite mode, it's going to be very hard for them to drop the ball on ground war maps. Number one, they've set a good enough precedent with their ground war maps in MW 2019, which is saying a lot because all the other maps in that game are terrible. And I think there's something to, if you're making a map that big, there is a way higher chance you can go somewhere and have fun. And I think that's what I do on every ground war map. Is like, so here's the thing. If I'm playing Azir Cave, I don't like any part of that map. No part of that map is fun to be at, fight at, go to, leave from. So I can't do anything to have fun on Azir Cave. But then you look at a map like Port is a perfect example. I don't like that map. Most of it I don't really like. But there are regions on that map that are fun. So what I do is I just load in and go to those regions. One of them is the old map. What's it called? What's the MW2 map nested in Port?
Vacant. It's Vacant. MW.
Yeah.
COD 4 map.
Yeah, okay, sorry. So I usually go there to that area when I'm playing Port, and then I have fun. So it's like, even though the map is like bad, it's so big that you can find some region that's big enough where you can load in and then still have fun.
True.
So I think that is what makes it inconceivable to me that all the ground war maps are going to be bad next year. I just don't believe that's possible. They would have to fuck us so biblically that I just don't see it happening, which is good news if you like ground war, you know?
Yeah.
So something to look forward to.
If you guys mostly play Warzone and you don't find multiplayer super fun anymore, when MW 2 comes out, just play Ground War. You're going to really enjoy it. I guarantee. I could load up MW 2019 and right now and have a lot of fun playing Ground War. It's a fucking blast.
Yeah.
It doesn't get nearly as repetitive and boring as like Sixes does. It's not. I think the best thing, actually, probably why we like it
too.
No, there's either no skill-based matchmaking or it's not strict whatsoever. Because it's putting more people in there. If you're playing Sixes, skill-based is going to be strict. You're playing against kids that have a 8 KD. playing search only. They're super toxic. Ground War is full of a lot of like casual gamers that you can just farm, and it's a lot of fun.
That's true too. Yeah,
so
that's a great point.
I really hope it's there on launch. I think it will be. It was such a classic in MW 2019. So I think it will be. I'm going to be losing my fucking mind though if it's not there on launch.
Yeah, well, I won't. Because I'm going to want to play... Obviously, I'm going to play 6s. I want to experience all the maps. If it comes out by Season 1, I'll be fine. Honestly. That'll give me enough time to like play a bunch of 6s, maybe 10s, get used to all those maps, and then Ground War will come out, and then I'll be ready to just no-life that.
It also could be more something like, since Ground War now has already been a map, maybe they do one of their new game modes to start with, and then with like Season 1 Ground War comes out or something.
Yeah, so anyway, there you go. Thanks, Warzone Mobile Files. Much appreciated on that. So, next, Tanner, what do we got?
Next up here, I'm going to read this first, and then I'll comment on it. From the Ghost of Hope, ranked mode for current Warzone is coming before MW 2 releases. Will not be a full-fledged rank mode, but will be the blueprint they use going into Warzone 2. Will be released on current Warzone for testing purposes. Caldera only doesn't look like it'll be released for Fortune's Keep. This probably isn't true. I'm adding this in here only so you guys can hear it, and when it's wrong, we'll bring it up and mention his 700th time leaking something that was wrong. He's the only person saying this. I literally haven't seen another leaker mention this at all. This had been rumored like months ago, and then it kind of died off. He's the only one talking about it still. So there we go. We'll see if this does hold true. That wouldn't come until next season, I'm sure. Maybe the mid-season update of next season, which is going to be very close to the release of MW 2. So there we go. What do you think? Think that's coming?
No, of course not. I would be just super fucking surprised. I would be super surprised.
I feel like it would have to be like a big update. And at that point, it's like you may as well just wait and launch it in beta in Warzone 2 or something.
Right, exactly. And like you said, the biggest reason I don't believe this is that no other leaker is talking about it.
Yeah, which Tom taught us.
Yeah, right.
If only one leaker is saying something and no one else is mentioning it, it's probably not true.
Especially if that one leaker is this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, especially him. So, I don't know. I don't believe it. If Tom says something about it, then I'll have to take another look. But even if, just thinking about it, like, I mean, so in theory, it would make some sense to release ranked for this game in like beta to start refining the matchmaking system for Warzone 2, the ELO system for Warzone 2, the rule set for Warzone 2, maybe, etc. It would make some sense to do it. But, like Tanner said, are they doing all that work? Like, this late into the game? Maybe, but I believe this 5% right now. That's my confidence interval. I just don't see it happening at all. With that said, would you like to see this in Warzone 1?
It really doesn't matter. If they add it that late, what would the point be? You're actually just testing it for them is all it is, so I guess that's okay. But it's like your rank's not going to matter because it would be a thing for like a month probably.
Yeah, there'd be one rank.
It's actually just for testing purposes for them, so no one would give a shit.
Right.
So I don't know. If it makes a better rank system on launch for Warzone 2, then sure. But if it doesn't have any effect, I mean, I don't care if this comes or not at this point. I'm not going to suddenly get all excited about Warzone 1 if they add ranked mode, and now I don't care. Warzone 2, though, that's what I want. I want a ranked mode in that
100%.
On launch or very early into the game.
I would really like to see this in Warzone 1 for the reason you mentioned, which is that it would theoretically make Warzone 2's ranked mode better sooner. But more importantly than that, for me, I would want to see it come to Warzone 1 to look at it and see what they are thinking of doing for ranked mode in Warzone 2. For example, Would the health be the same? Would the rules be the same? Would the ground loot be the same? Would there be redeploy extraction tokens? Would there be fire sales every fourth circle?
There'd be extra redeploy extraction tokens.
Like, what would they change between the ranked mode from regular, and then seeing that would give us a really good snapshot of what ranked is going to look like in Warzone 2. That's why I would like to really see this. I just don't think it's happening. Yeah.
Dude, I've got the black helicopters.
Uh-oh. Okay.
They've added in redeploy extractions, redeploy tokens, more money, more self-revives. They're adding more fluff and shit into the game, so when the ranked mode launches, it's going to have none of that, and then it's going to make it seem a lot different than regular Warzone. There will be no redeploy extractions. Maybe you can't even get self-res. You can be able to get self-res. You can't loot it, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll go back to 150 players, too. But it won't have any of that shit in it. You never know.
Isn't one of the things we said that if they were going to do a ranked mode, it would have to mirror pubs a lot?
I don't remember if we said that.
I guess we were talking about TTK and shit, actually. I see what you mean, though.
I don't think you can't have a ranked mode with a TTK that's like, you can't have like 100 more health. That's too big of a difference.
Yeah.
Then it's like you can only play ranked mode.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
How do you like practice unranked? It'd have to be like almost the same. It'd have to be the same time to kill in general in that regard, I think. Mm-hmm. But it could be the other shit. Yeah, like way less cheese, no dead silence, no speed boost, etc. By the way, I saw Tommy tweet at Raven and ask for speed boost to be like dead silence so that they're usable for the outplays. I'm like, dude, no. Why would you want that?
That would be so broken.
That would be literally worse than dead silence because you can't hear them because they move so fast, and then you slide 30 feet that you don't hear any of that. What a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's an insane take. You would like automatically win every single close range gunfight with speed boost. You just camera them so hard.
Literally, that would be worse than dead silence without a doubt.
Of course it would be, yeah.
It already is. I can't believe. This is why even big popular Warzone streamer, Warzone pros, they don't know would be good in the game. They're just as dumb as me and you and everyone else, you know?
Of course. Oh, so, yeah, of course.
I read that and everyone was agreeing with him, and I'm like, you guys are out of your fucking mind. And now I hope they do it so that all of you guys can complain and see what a terrible idea it was.
You know what it is, dude? People have so much trouble, like, using their brains. Because when they read that tweet, they're like, oh, dude, I would love to pick up a speed boost and then camera some other guy with it.
Yeah, I would love to do it too.
And it's like, hey, man, that can also and will also happen to you if they add that. Duh. And then you're going to die in the most unfair way possible. It's like literally they're only thinking about, if they add that, I'll be able to do that. They aren't thinking other people will do it to them also. Like, it actually just doesn't occur to them. I swear to God, that is what's happening when people agree with that tweet. I'm not even kidding. They don't think about the other side of the coin.
It blows my mind.
Which is, doesn't surprise me that much because these are Call of Duty players after all. So, I mean, thinking, more than one step ahead is just asking way too much, apparently. But yeah, don't add fucking speed boost as a field upgrade, of course.
Yeah.
Of course not. So.
Yeah, fuck that. Anyway. And last thing here, do you even want to cover this, actually? Is there even any reason to?
I don't care. If you don't want to, we don't have to.
Yeah, never mind. There's no reason us talking about it.
Yeah, because
I'll just read this
gonna be
first
asking,
part here.
Everyone's going to be asking now, so we'll go through it quickly.
Basically, Activision is on strike again. In light of recent attacks on the civil liberties of our employees, the employee-led committee against sex and gender discrimination has scheduled another walkout. July 21st, Activision employees are walking out. They listed a bunch of
attacks.
I don't know. Oh, I think the abortion ban or law that the Roe v. Wade. I think this is what they're referring to. So basically, they have a list of terms that they want Activision to, follow, and it's basically like they want employees that currently live in states where have the abortion laws in place now. They want Activision to literally supply money so that they can move out of state. They want to fund
shit.
They want them to fund their moving. Must provide cost of living compensation of employees who relocate to a safe state or country to avoid discriminatory legislation. That's one of the most insane things I've ever heard.
This is the most unrealistic demand I think I've ever heard of that is being made unironically. How much money would it cost to move someone to another state?
Yeah, it's like, dude, if it affects you that much, you move. Why should they have to pay for it?
And it's not Activision's fault. The fucking Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. As far as I know. I mean, as Esquire said, I didn't realize Activision was on the Supreme Court. Maybe they are.
Bobby probably is in some regard.
I don't know if they have fucking Thomas Sowell in their back pocket, if they're giving him fucking kickbacks every year. And why the fuck would Activision care? Activision doesn't care about Roe v. Wade. They're not like evil. They don't like try to do evil things. They certainly don't try to do good things either. They just try to make as much money as they possibly can. Whether or not abortions are federally protected does not at all impact how much money Activision makes. So they don't give a fuck. They don't care at all. So I mean, this could not be further from being Activision's fault. Why the fuck are they walking out? This is so weird, dude.
And then one of their things is they want all employees. They've said this before and it hasn't happened yet. They want all employees to have the option for fully remote work and not have to go to an office anymore. Every Activision employee, they want all of them to have that option. Some other shit with health insurance regarding transgenders, abortions, etc. That's it. Yeah. So if you're not moving out of state, if you need to go out of state for an abortion, they also want your travel expenses covered.
That, by the way, is a much more reasonable request. Like, if you live in Alabama and you get pregnant and you don't want it, like, asking your employer to, like, at least pay for you to, like, get a fucking plane ticket. I mean, kind of a lot. I mean,
it's still an insane thing to do to ask your employer.
Kind of
Why do they all act like Activision are like their parents or something? That's what it feels like.
It's a lot.
It's your place of work. It's not like, it's like everything in their life is dependent on Activision. It's very odd. I don't get it.
I think it's because almost everyone gets their health insurance from their employer. So now everything related to like your health, people just like think your employer is supposed to give you all of the health things. And it's like, this is why way back when it was shitty that health insurance is so tied up in your employer. It's a conversation for another time. But I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, demanding your employer literally pay for you to fucking relocate to a different state. Come on, man. Unrealistic and never happening. And also unreasonable demand. Super
and like you're saying, I don't think Activision has an office in Alabama or Louisiana or any state.
Anyone working where abortions aren't allowed in Activision?
It's
That's
Activision. It's California. It's probably fucking, I don't know.
New York.
Where do they have offices? New York. Raven's in Wisconsin. I don't know what their state's like. I have no idea. But anyway, so there we go. So some of those things are just insane to ask your employer to pay for your relocation, because I get it. I get why, certain people may not feel safe if you're that type of person. No one other than you can have any say over if you personally feel safe or not. If you feel that way, okay. But don't ask your fucking employer to pay for you to relocate because you don't feel safe. That's an insane out-of-pocket thing to do. Mm-hmm. Get a grip.
Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy. Or go vote.
Yeah.
You know? You don't like your state law, go vote, man. Oh, but voting is ineffectual. I never vote, by the way.
Yeah,
but I also don't complain about laws because I'm privileged. But there's actually some truth to that. But, you know, if things affected me, I'd vote. They affected me enough. I wouldn't because I'm lazy. But whatever. Either way, it's not Activision's fault. So, yeah, I don't know. This is whatever. But cool.
Yeah, they're a dog shit company, but that's not their fault.
Oh, they're a terrible company, but this particular thing is, anyway, whatever. That's it. We're done.
I wonder how many abortions Bobby's paid for of his secretaries.
Dude, unironically, a fucking excellent question. He's,
allegedly.
Yeah.
Does he have a frequent flyer card for the Planned Parenthood near him?
If he gets one more stamp on his little fucking wallet card, he's going to get a free abortion. So
Jesus Christ.
He's a member.
Oh, we're getting sued.
He's
this
part
is
of the
all
Planned
allegedly.
Parenthood
This is being edited out.
For sure.
Yeah.
So these are jokes, all right, that's it for the show. We'll keep you guys posted. Man. We should have more next week. More news, more patches, things of that nature. Reminder, patreon.com/the Dropshot. Best way to support the program. Join the Discord to see our events, see when we're going live next for gameplay, for streams. You can also check out our Twitter at the Dropshot Pod. See our pinned tweet. We got our weekly schedule every week posted there as well to stay abreast on the program. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Have an excellent evening, of course. And as always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.